What's the most disturbing way someone has tried to influence your child? I entered the foster care system at 11 years old and never got adopted. So my dream has always been to form a chosen family. I always had this image of me, my future husband, his parents, and our kids all hanging out together, laughing and drinking lemonade in summer, but it never happened. Not because my husband wasn't amazing, he was, but because my mother-in-law is psychotic. Not just the dirty looks, passive-aggressive psychotic. Number, she was a spiteful geriatric mess. For starters, she was a mattress actress, and she was proud of it too. At first, I had absolutely nothing against her working in the intimacy industry. That's her forte, and I was happy that she was doing well and enjoying what she does. My only concern was surrounding her openness, especially with my daughters. For my oldest daughter's, Kate, 16th birthday, my mother-in-law gifted her with a designer pink and glittery undergarment set. It was wrapped in tissue paper with a card that read, "You're beautiful, why not show it off?" And a few weeks later during a family dinner, she randomly began to boast about her earnings from content creation. I thought it would end there, but then she turned to my 14-year-old daughter Lily and said, "If you ever want to make real money without a boss breathing down your neck, just let me know." I shot my husband a sharp glare. His eyes were already widened and told our girls to go upstairs. "Get out of my home," he whispered, but his voice was cold. It was relieving to see him not take any of her poop. That night, we had a very serious conversation with her over the phone. We said if she continued to promote her role as a digital performer, then we had no problem cutting her off for good. A long silence followed, one that made me think that the point had gotten across, so we just hung up. We never saw her again, until 2 years later, that is. It was Kate's 18th birthday, and she begged for her granny Janice to attend. Me and my husband had a very long, in-depth discussion about it. We decided on allowing her to come, mainly because it was at a sushi restaurant, so we figured not much could go wrong. Fast forward to the big day. We were halfway through dinner when Janice and Kate disappeared to the bathroom together, as if I'd let that happen. As soon as they were out of my view, I followed them. But instead of walking in, I put my ear to the door. As soon as I heard the words, financial freedom, and living life on your own terms, I barged right in. I caught Janice in the corner swiping through her lonely fan statistics on her phone. When she saw me, she had a smirk plastered on her face. I'm just showing her what she deserves. A white-hot, maternalistic rage boiled my blood. I lifted my hand to grab Kate's wrist and drag her out. When we got back to the table, I stared my husband dead in the eye and said, "We're leaving." As soon as we arrived home, Kate was angry, but not at Janice. "You're just old-fashioned prudes," she yelled with a weird strength in her voice. A wave of nausea crept into my stomach and my husband looked shocked. Suddenly, all privacy went out the window and I grabbed her phone. I flashed it at her face for face recognition, and what I saw made my eyes nearly pop out of my head. In her camera roll were dozens of intimate photos of not just her, but also her 16-year-old sister, Lily. "Kate, what have you done?" "Ugh! Janice knew you'd react like this. This is exactly why I don't tell you anything," she interrupted. I ran upstairs to the bathroom and locked the door. Call me entitled, but at that point I knew I had every right to go through Kate's phone. She'd already set up a mattress actress account and had posted almost 10 bikini videos to her TikTok promoting it too, all for the monthly subscription price of $6. I broke down. Where had I gone wrong? My baby girl really believed she was worth less than the price of a large coffee from Starbucks? But the more I swept through her phone, the more it made sense. Because for the past 4 years, even before we cut her off, Kate and Janice had been talking almost every single day. Practically every conversation consisted of Janice discouraging her from studying for exams or doing homework because there was a better opportunity waiting for her. She had painted selling your kitty cat for less than a double scoop of Baskin-Robbins ice cream as liberating. I was so shocked that I couldn't even move. So I just screenshotted everything, other than the intimate photos, and sent it to my husband right from my daughter's phone. Not even 30 seconds later, I heard the keys jingle and the front door slam shut. I knew he had left. I didn't know what to do. It was one of those parenting moments no one could prepare you for. So I just started crying. Hard. That's when I heard a knock on the bathroom door. It was Kate. She sat beside me and apologized. "I'm sorry, Mom. I just wanted to make quick money so you and Dad wouldn't have to work so hard." Her voice sounded so innocent. I told her it was okay, and just held her. Suddenly her phone buzzed. It was Janice FaceTiming her. Turned out grooming my daughters was only the tip of the iceberg of her scheme. The rest of the full story is on my channel and linked below.